What's happening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the postseason press conference for Tenacity. I have a few members of the team with me here. Most of them have normal nicknames, or at least names that you can figure out. That's iMustache, that's Suki, that is Oats, Squirrel Ben, obviously, Drowsy, and Bocage. Okay, well, I can't drag either of you in here if you do that, so I'm just gonna ignore. Okay, I'm assuming Growlu has a question, or they'd like someone on the team.
No, they aren't.
Okay, I'm assuming they have a question then.
Hello.
Oh, well, now they're gone.
Hey, Growlu.
Oh, wait, no, they're
Hi,
here.
everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's up?
I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get Basket in
like
here.
that.
You gotta accept it. There you go.
Alright, okay, yeah. So this is actually the real Rav.
Okay.
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, Suki gone.
Real Rav.
Yeah, that's me, the real Rav. Ravioli. Ravioli, SpaghettiOs.
Season 4 MVP Ravioli.
Yeah, dude. Season 4 MVP Ravioli. God Gamer.
True.
Yeah,
Gods
you
of
know me.
Hitscan.
Yeah, Gods of Hitscan. That's me.
And Farah, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, and Tracer.
Oh yeah, and yeah.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, actual questions, since there's a distinct lack of them right now.
I got a question. Why did we lose?
You
blow. Very easy. A very easy question.
We aren't ready for that question.
Nah.
Yeah, you guys lost the DC on. I mean, we lost the DC on Jib. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. I know. I think we would have won if we just had Rav on main tank.
Yeah.
It's not even that our main
saying.
tank played bad. We just needed the swag grind.
Yeah,
that's-
no.
yeah.
Especially on Jib. Like if I was on Ryan, dude, we would have won.
If I was on Mercy, I think we would have won too.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
Nobody's better than a DP on Mercy though, so stop the cap. All
I don't know
right,
what you're
actually,
talking about.
actual question time.
Sure. Okay, so this is going to be more for the team management, but I always like to start off with this one to get a feel for what started off the season, which is what was the plan coming into the draft?
Religion.
Okay, man. Okay. There's a story there.
You can blame
I'll
Suki.
explain it. No. The religion. I traveled for another team maybe like a year ago, and he was good. So I was like, "Hey, yo, he might be a sleeper pick," and it didn't end up working out. But like, he was better than some other options. I'll take that. But working into the draft, we were just like going off players that like we'd worked before with. We wanted to pick up some people that we didn't know, but like that had been proven. Like Opa, Squirrel pushed. I don't know, like Squirrel. Ben pushed really hard for him.
Yeah.
It was like a mix. There was some picks like Rav, Ben, Dizzy. Like they've been around. People know them. They know they're good. Like we picked them up because we trust them. Then there were some shots we took shots in Oats, Bocash, Fooligion. Some worked out. Some were okay. Some were rookie of the year, Roll Star MVP.
But the better question is, what happened to Swirlhawk?
Rollhawk was
He's
there the
just
entire
chilling.
time. Was just
He's-
busy with
yeah.
collegiate.
Yeah, he's busy with collegiate.
He was our.
He filled every position.
These are enthusiastic.
Legitimately
guys.
played
He's
every
our
single
mental
role in scrims at one point.
dude.
Legitimately played every single role at least once in scrims.
Swirl, although he didn't
Yeah,
play
no,
much,
actually,
he
yeah,
was
that's true.
really, even though he didn't play much in games, he was really instrumental to us like getting good scrim time in and getting good practice. He was always like there. He's always active in comms, always like happy to be there and like encouraging. So having him there and always able to fill was really nice for our team.
Yeah, I feel really bad for
I-
Swirl because
I
feel like
do
if he was on
feel
a DP
bad.
team, he would
I feel bad for not giving him like maps to play in game.
I really like
It's
your
also
mic,
just
Suki.
like it's. Thank you, and Mike is very good.
Yeah.
Am I like
also feel
inaudible?
bad.
No, you're good.
No, okay.
I can
But
understand.
I'm just stopping my phone. But like, I feel bad for not giving him playtime. It's just that it's a really hard thing to decide in the middle of a game, right? It's just like I want to give the players that aren't seeing a lot of playtime their maps, but also like I don't want to toss. I mean, it's not really that. I just like don't want to undermine other
Make
teams
unnecessary
by
swaps.
yeah, by
I
like
mean-
swapping people in for fun.
I feel like
'Cause-
Swirl, if he was on like a different team, he would have gotten so much better. Like people don't realize how he's really good. Like Swirl's like
Yeah,
3.8
definitely.
right now. Like he's really good. He just got like Oats.
Unlucky with
Yeah.
his competition.
Yeah,
Like,
with
just-
Oats.
I just
And then the one time Oats wasn't playing, someone else took the flex up for it, and I yoinked it from it. I actually feel bad for that still.
Yeah.
I remember him joining
Mhm.
and going like, "I'm not playing." It's like, oh no.
No, he was gone that entire week though.
Yeah,
kinda
true, but
sucks.
still, you know, because like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
I'm not-
unfortunate.
Like,
He
it's
just got
tragic
him.
'cause Swirl overall is a really good player when it comes to mental and like comms and just like overall in his play. It's just that he was a lot more. I want to say he's a lot. He was a lot less instrumental than some of the other positions, and it's just kind of like those mechanics that I was looking for. Because overall, Oats was kind of just like better at shooting things. And that's kind of what I wanted on an off tank. So yeah, Oats did the shooting thing. And like, the thing that separated Swirl from Oats is that Swirl was a lot more team orientated. And he'd play a lot more for his team. And Oats was more of your like frag off tank. The one you could rely on to make plays and stuff. So it kind of just like, the way both of them played kind of differed. And it was kind of hard to put Swirl in out of nowhere when he was more of a team player than when we relied on Oats to, you know, get those plays, make those plays, get those angles, and just do carry things.
Yeah, that's why we picked up Fooligan too.
Yeah. No. So no. But Oh no. Wait. No. Who's it? Swirlhawk told me that when I was on Zen, right? I mean, no. Told Basket when he was on Zen, right? That he can peek with the when he peeks with the right click, right? You can DM that so he doesn't eat shit. Yeah, he was a gamer. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's good advice.
Yeah, it was great
Thanks,
advice.
Rav.
Yeah,
Thanks, Rav.
Thanks, Rav.
It's Rav speaking.
No, but one thing most people might not realize about the preseason is how hard we were trying to get Ender, and then just got yoinked.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were
And then he dropped out of the league.
That's
Yeah.
actually really funny because I did take Capitalism's press conference 2 hours ago, and they specifically talked about how other teams wanted Ender as well.
No, like he was.
Yeah.
It was the point where like we were like because we were all friends with Ender as well. So we were
Isn't
like
the
yeah,
server-
we're gonna try to get you guys. There's no promises. Like obviously you can't draft fix where we couldn't really like tell him they were just gonna get him, but like it was like a really
You could have told him,
Definitely
like
really wanted Ender. And I feel like a lot of our problems would have been fixed early on if we had Ender. Because something we struggled on is like just having a Tracer player that can flex onto other heroes. Because like along the season, I found that one of our biggest problems was that all our Tracers played really differently and they were all hit scan players. So
yeah. I don't
no,
play Tracer.
my Tracer went crazy.
yeah,
I kind of
yeah,
fixed
thanks,
that like after the season ended, so it's got awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. And then so like it was really funny because as we were kind of building the draft sheet, I was like, I want these are the players I'm gonna pick up, and I listed like 5, and I could tell like Drowsy and Suki and Faye were all like, okay, but I was vouching for these players so hard, like I was vouching so hard for Rav, so hard for Epic, super hard for iMustache. Like if you looked at our draft sheet, we had iMustache written down as a player for all for 5 out of 6 roles, like for possible, and it was really funny.
What was the
so
one role he
dumb.
didn't? What was the one role
yeah.
he wasn't written down for?
Main support.
Main support.
Main support, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
dude,
was the one that wasn't on.
unironically, the entire like preseason, I was kind of skeptical at what Ben was vouching for. I was like, man, I don't know these players. My other managers don't know these players. But you know what? We take the gamble, you know.
I think you were right.
I think the gamble kind of paid off in the long run. Like, yeah, we didn't win, but also like it was just fun overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
And we almost
Yeah.
won. It's not like we got hardwood.
Yeah,
Like that
exactly.
was like probably the closest game.
It is.
Like-
it was
No,
not
no, no,
season
no,
3
but
DC
you
against Immortal.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you guys like kind of lost the we lost the DC on Jib, so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is 1 out of 7 maps, and that was by a singular point. So
Gibraltar.
It was
Yeah.
just frozen things do frozen things and pop off at the last
Yeah,
moment.
we needed Opa in there, no cap.
Gibraltar,
Oh,
man.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
British
yeah.
different.
we
Jib,
needed me on
Yeah.
Ryan, dude.
You guys remember when Gibraltar was our best map, and then it wasn't?
You know what the
Yeah.
difference
Like-
was?
we needed to.
You then
at
left
some
2
point,
EU
like
players in when
at
Jib was
some
being played.
point, at some
That's
point,
it.
we just like stopped playing our subs, and then by the time I realized it, I'm like, wait. At this point, we built up this energy, and we haven't played with those other players in so long. It'll screw us up if we just like go back to playing what we were originally playing. Like, cause we used to have Bocage and Opa in, and like
Yeah.
by the time I realized we'd played like a week or 2 without them, and I was like, crap, that's not the move. But it's been so long that I don't know if the gamble to play them again would be worth it.
It's kind of it kind of ties in with like roster problems, because some like a couple of weeks in, around like the time we lost to Exodus was when we had a really tough time with like putting together our roster for the Grims. So it's kind of the reason why we fell apart sort of mid through the season, and how it looked like we started to struggle. It was kind of just that we stopped getting good scrims in.
Yeah. Our availability wasn't
Yeah,
the
I can-
Yeah.
the player down and like
Yeah, me
hard.
Ravioli, I can verify this.
yeah.
Thanks, Ravioli.
Thanks for
It's
everyone.
like it would be very hard if you were missing any of our starters, maybe with the exception of like DPS players. There would be like a big gap to what we're used to. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
whenever someone would be missing, it was just
Yeah, like
pain
that one
except
week.
for
That
if
one
it was
week we
one
didn't
DPS
have
or two
Imustache.
DPS.
The amount of comms that I adds to the team is like only second to probably a Deefy.
Yeah, if I'm a DP in there.
Yeah.
in how valuable it is.
This is facts. We should
Like-
just have full again.
Another another big problem the roster had. I don't want to say problem because it wasn't really a problem. It was more of like a trade-off. Is that no one on the team was necessarily a sub. They were more of a side grade to the starter, right? Like they provided something different that the starter didn't, and that's why our roster like changed based on the maps, and it wasn't just like the starting 6 that always played, you know. But this also made it hard because if we put one of the subs, quote unquote, in, it kind of changed how we wanted to play, and sometimes we just didn't get practice in that week for that specific play style, so it kind of just messed us up.
Yeah.
Funny, you guys literally cycled through multiple questions that I usually have lined up and would have asked, but I didn't even need to ask them. So thank you for killing a good amount of time with good conversation that I would have gotten to anyways.
Making your job
so
easier.
yeah, right. So
We won't hold you hostage like Powerhouse did.
that shit was funny though. So in particular, it's kind of going back towards like the beginning of the season. Obviously, Drowsy, you're involved in like contenders, or at least were towards the beginning of the season. I think you still are, right?
Not D2 right now, no. But
Yeah, actually,
Dude.
Drowsy is with the Dallas Fuel now.
uh,
Oh wait, I
I don't
wasn't
know about
supposed to
that.
say that. No.
Come
but-
on, dude.
But yeah, you obviously at the beginning of the season were involved with tier 2 contenders, all that stuff, and you brought on a lot of support staff to help deal with the situation in case you had to step away from the team. But at least from a league staff perspective, we legitimately weren't sure how often you did have to rely on that support staff, because it felt like you were relatively active throughout the whole season. So I guess like from you or from the players, how active was he?
Wait. Actually, before we talk about this, can we move Frogman and Monty up?
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
part of the team. Although not officially.
Oh wait, no, it's Dizzy.
Hi,
Yo,
man.
yeah.
What's up,
Yeah, that's
team?
rude.
Hey,
Dizzy.
Dizzy.
The money has always been around like the entire season, of course.
Yeah, I showed up to more
Yeah, he's a
Tenacity
star main
scrims than I
tank.
did DC.
Actually, yeah, kinda.
No, it's 100% true, bro. I showed up to like 3 DC scrims.
I mean, honestly,
can
it's what
verify
made our
this.
team more fun. We had so many people from just around the community in the
Scrims,
chat.
I don't think we
Yeah,
ever
like
had like
Money
a
was here all the
manager in
time. Copy was here all the
Yeah,
time.
for real.
Like,
Yeah, we had like Michael in, you had like Poopa in, you have like Money,
So I guess
But,
going
like a bunch
But
of other
Anyway.
Money isn't here right now though. It's Dizzy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Dizzy.
it's
It is
real.
yeah,
Dizzy.
we just like Money more, which is why we're
Not
talking about
right.
him right now.
Yeah. No, but so back to the staff thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Drowsy was
Okay,
definitely
so-
very busy, and I do not blame him. But yeah.
I made it to like a solid like quarter or a third of scrims. However, it was always like, hey, Suki, QZ was picking up the slack for me. Like I would make sure that there was like staff there and things were running smoothly.
Like, to be
I was
fair-
like an overseer, but I wasn't hands on, and like it's not what I
Okay,
wanted, but like,
sorry.
I think it worked out all right, and I think like the team was stable and everything went well. So I don't really regret it.
do want to say that even if Drowsy was kind of absent at times, he still brought the support staff together.
Definitely.
And I don't think this team would have happened if anyone else was managing it.
Mhm.
So that is my take.
No, if iMustache was managing it, it would have been way better.
No, but
yeah.
Yeah, real.
Mayonnaise,
No,
yeah.
that's the one upgrade. That's the one upgrade. Is I must
to show you
Yeah.
to give like an example of like who you'd expect to see at scrims. So you would expect to see the starting 6. Dizzy or Epic Shock were very interchangeable depending on who could show at the time, and then once Dizzy had to go, then it was very much
Asian
just
Diff.
Epic Shock.
He never had the
But
card.
occasionally I had to lock the main tank.
Very yeah. We had Money Ring a couple times.
Yeah, no,
But we
and,
had-
and
I've had
occasionally
names
me,
that can really
Ravioli.
Staff
That was
wise,
my main thing.
I showed up to like 95% of scrims. And then Suki showed up to a very large amount of scrims. Faye
Easy
showed
at
up
the end as
to
well.
Faye showed up to a lot at the beginning, but then once they left the team, they showed up to nothing.
Yeah, and then kind of QZ replaced that role, and most of the team
Yeah,
got off of
and
it.
then
QZ
QZ
became
was
the
pretty
mom.
busy, so then
Yeah,
QZ
dude,
didn't
at
show
the
to a
start of
lot.
the season, it was so much fucking fun to coach. Because like, we just put like all 3 coaches, or like whoever showed, into like one group chat, and then just like kind of talk. It was so
Oh yeah,
enjoyable.
dude, I remember
Yeah,
that. It
people
was
do
so
that
fun.
for some
It was
reason.
so
I
fun
don't know
making
if people
fun of you
do it.
guys. It was,
Yeah,
remember that?
yeah. No, half of the messages are, "What the fuck are these guys doing?"
I remember there was like the
Me,
one part of
Ravioli,
saying,
yes, I agree.
there was like a part in Nepal where you guys messed up like the rollout every single time, and like Suki and QZ went ballistic about it. It was the Sanctum wall.
Oh yeah.
remember
Oh
a big
yeah, I
argument
remember
about
when
which TP to take.
in like one scrim, everyone was like, "Hey guys, let's go kitchen," and then no one went kitchen except Oats, and then me and QZ were like, "What are these people doing?" And,
Yeah, that TP took us a while. We constantly
yeah,
changed
the
it
TP
around.
did take you guys a while.
There was also a match where we just switched characters out of nowhere and said like we went Sim or something, and then we went to play Kree instead of like May
Yeah.
or some shit, and then we were just chilling there like after the game we were like, why didn't you go May?
Yeah.
Oh, Drowsy
Me,
can
me
confirm that.
Ravioli. I don't know why I didn't go May.
Yeah. In like random ass
Drowsy can
games.
confirm that I've said a couple things in group chat that shouldn't be said to the public. So
What did you say? What did you say?
Rav
was making it
smells.
public.
Rap
No.
smells. Wow,
Yeah.
that's mean. That's mean to say
Real
in front of Ravioli.
Oh,
me.
thank God he's probably asleep.
Nothing cancelable. I would have had to talk.
You'd be getting yelled at, my friend.
I do have a clip of Opa that could
Cancelable,
be
but
getting canceled.
there were some emotions. There were definitely
Yeah,
some
obviously.
emotions in coach chat.
I have a clip. I have a
definitely
clip from a scrim against DC where it's just like me, Opa, and I in a group chat. And as I'm like popping off, it's just Opa like trying to like cover up the fact that he said something like very misogynistic on accident.
The classic.
That
Yeah,
happens.
no,
Some
I
days-
wanna-
some
I
days
wanna
it
know.
took too long to play, and they were like taking forever to play.
I've got some clips of Opa being misogynistic, but I think they're fun.
Wait, Akri, have you
They
seen
probably
the
have more
video I
of you being
made?
misogynistic.
The video you made.
Tenacity was
Tenacity is wild.
Video.
Uh,
Like a couple
it sounds
compilations and stuff.
familiar. I might have
You
seen
should-
it.
You should watch it if you haven't.
It is funny. It's just like
check
a
Friends
bunch
via-
of clips
or wait,
of
no,
our
never mind,
scrims
that's
and
not one, yeah.
games. where just dumb shit happening.
It'll give you a good like example of what being on the team was like.
Is it in
Yeah.
Community Showcase?
Yeah.
Should
I,
be.
I think I saw
Yeah,
it.
it
Though.
definitely is.
Yeah, it's like a third video up.
I probably saw. I try to watch all those.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes, me Ravioli says this is a good video.
I love how to start every
Yeah.
statement off with
Shut
that.
up,
Hey, ravioli.
Me,
Wait, who-
ravioli.
Wait, who's this basket guy here?
Oh yeah, as Dizzy, I'd like to announce that Tenacity was a very fun team. I like to.
Yes,
I
it
also
was.
like Rise
Thanks,
and
Dizzy.
Pokemon.
Sucks that you had to go to college, man.
You're not even wrong. That's the funny part.
So I guess in particular,
Yeah.
Anyway,
in the very early parts of the preseason, like just after the draft, when people started putting out tier lists and whatnot, right? Pretty much everyone had Tenacity on like the upper end. I think most people had double cap at the very top because of the hype surrounding like Pongo and the
Tenacity was like consistently second or
Third, yeah.
Yeah.
something
They're
like
usually
that.
third.
Probably
but
more
most of the
Except
time.
for Fooligion. Except for Fooligion.
Oh,
the
that
only
was
one on the
so-
bottom.
R.I.P. my goat.
After the first round of games that they 3-0'd, I couldn't make it, so that's why Fulgen was playing, because I wasn't intended to be starting. And like most of the tier lists, had like most of our players in like top 4, and then like Fulgen was like 7th or something.
Yeah,
I remember
dude, I
seeing
remember. Okay, week two. I remember vividly one of the tier lists. It was everyone on Tenacity at first place, and then Fuligen was down at like 4th, and I like cackled.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was very funny.
Guys, I get it. Okay, let it go. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. We got past it. Pass this one, please, guys, please.
So I
That
guess
was
No,
just
but-
funny to me.
the actual
Accurate-
question that
Because I don't think.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone. I think because I like saw a couple of the preseason like lineup predictions, right? I only think Triggered put me on flex support and everyone else put Fulgen on. So I don't think anyone really noticed I was on the team. So that
Were
probably.
you not too
Wait,
many
who's
people?
the very
not many-
last round pick?
Nobody knew about you.
sorry,
It's
dude.
so unfortunate. Like, dude,
yeah,
if people knew how
people
good you
are-
were, you would have been like very easily, very early on. Like, honestly, getting you in Epic Shock so late on was stupid.
I
Like,
feel like it was definitely
Ravioli
like the
six
Bark
rounds.
shit.
That's got
Yeah,
rough
six
late too.
Round
Yeah,
6. Like,
I
that's
think it was definitely
that's
like
a steal.
Bark that didn't get him, or that made him like not get picked up super fucking early.
And
Like,
for all the
That's
talk
an EO.
perfect. For all the talk of
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sure too.
I feel like the heist of the
Oh,
century,
wait.
and no one talked about it.
Guys, there's Fulgen. Yo, no way. Should we?
Yo.
Hooligans?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we should.
Yo, it's
Definitely
Fulgen.
the real Fulgen.
Guys, stop spamming hello, please.
You misspelled it, though.
Guys,
Stop
not
spamming
stable.
hello, it's
Well,
triggering
Not
me.
stable.
Not stable.
Not stable. No, but
Not
Acrid,
stable.
do you remember the? Do you
Yo,
know the
Opa?
actual reason why Fulgen was taken off the team? This is more of just like my curiosity's sake. Have you heard the story?
From what
So
we talked
funny.
about in staff, I'll keep it.
Oh,
brief.
was it my story or?
It was the story staff knew for the most part is it just like didn't gel well with the team personality wise, and there were some weird interactions that weren't like bad, but just like awkward. From
We've
what I know.
got some
Except
stories.
for
It was
one.
more or less. It was more or less.
3.9 peaks are talking.
No, yeah, it was more or less that. But like the thing that for me like started making me like really dislike him and thinking he should be like off the team was when he like
Snapchat.
told the entire team that he does not care for them or respect them at all.
Oh, yeah,
Specifically,
he was
Opa.
like, Joe,
Yeah,
shut
Opa,
up.
I don't care about your opinion.
Like that was this.
He's like, I don't
thing.
care about any of your guys'
And
opinions.
then everybody was
remember, right?
laughing. I remember that on King's Row.
Yeah, because we were
Oh,
on King's
dude.
Row, and then
No.
Epic or Dizzy were running late, so I was playing main tank, right? But I was supposed to turn into play flex support. So eventually, like midway, like through the map, so for the next round, one of our main tanks, I can't remember which one, got subbed in for Fulgen, so I would then play flex support, and then there was like a little incident about that, and then
Oh
Opa
yeah, we were
eventually
arguing
said
about
something,
the places.
and then
Ah, dude.
Fulgen said, "I don't care about your opinion," and then everyone was kind
Yeah.
of
I remember when,
Up with
I
the
remember
Fulgen,
when
like,
Fulgen-
I also remember like
mental.
hard egoing that guy in team chat. That was really fun.
I also
Oh yeah.
I also remember Fulgen diagnosing me
3.2.
with neurodivergence, and it was
Neurodivergent.
Wait, he called me he called me a gossip girl. He also called me racist.
Dude, we don't.
I still remember whenever Fulgen
I
yelled at
remember
Opa for
that
spamming
racist
hello
thing.
too much.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
If we spam
Stop
hello, he'd be
spamming
like,
hello.
guys,
I
stop
can't
spamming
see
hello.
the chat, guys.
Dude, we were talking about. So Opa was saying something about somebody nagging someone, like just annoying him, and then Ben or Rap or someone said, "God, I hate naggers."
No, that was all Opa. That was all
Oh,
Opa.
no.
It was
Okay.
all.
Ayo.
Oh.
Hey, it's an
This
English,
is
it's
what-
an English word. It has an
Yeah,
A
this
and not a
is-
J.
Yeah,
This
it
is
was
where we-
bad.
yeah, this is where we censor the interview. This is-
Anyway, next question, Buckley.
Yeah, next
Yeah,
question.
come on,
Move
yeah,
on.
let's
Next
keep,
question.
let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing.
Right. So anyway, I don't think I actually got around to the entire original question I was working towards before, but obviously you guys were towards like the upper end of like tier lists at the preseason. Did that affect you guys at all? Like your perception going into the first game, or did it just like go in one ear out the other?
I think a big thing that I wanted to focus on with the team was to maintaining not being cocky. Like we treated every single week like we were playing against the hardest team in the league.
I
Like we
don't
were
know
trying to
about
we were no, I mean we did.
Oh,
You
there,
kinda-
there was
you kinda
only like
hard-trolled,
one
man.
week that we.
There
like,
was one.
didn't
There
do
was
that,
one
but-
week where we played against someone. I don't
It
know
was
who
it was
but-
top police, or we kind of trolled, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, most games we went
We,
into
we were
like,
pissed
okay,
because
and,
we weren't
Let's
expecting
not-
to play that
let's
day.
not
The
whiff.
unforfeited
Any,
twice.
anyone could all of a sudden improve and like beat us, and we want to keep that map score going, and then so we always went into the games like we're not the best, and just being like realistic that we could eventually lose, which did happen twice or 3 times even.
Yes, I can verify this. As
But
me.
Yeah.
As ravioli, I can
Ravioli.
And as ravioli, I need to go eat ravioli. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Goodbye,
ravioli.
ravioli.
Oh, that was funny.
Ravioli.
Yeah,
so we can go eat some
I always
ravioli.
told my players to always take the game seriously, no matter what team we were going up against. And it showed results across the season, right? Like we won a majority of our games. It's just that the Exodus week, again, I say we didn't really have very many good scrims, so
I
We
was
kind of
also
folded
playing
up.
from the ThinkPad.
yeah, that one. But we kind of folded there, and that's kind of when things started to like get a little bit shaky on Tenacity. And it's not because we weren't taking things seriously. Like,
We recovered. off of
don't
that
get me
too.
wrong. Yeah, like
I mean, you had the game we lost, and then we had the
yeah, we had
weird
the game. we
Papega
lost.
incident where it was forfeit,
And then the
unforfeited, and
Papega
then one map
incident.
actual
Yeah.
forfeit, and then the playoffs
Yeah.
we lost a
I
couple
forgot
maps,
about
right?
that. That was.
But, like-
So it was a little
Wait.
weird coming into the end of the regular season.
Yeah, we also got a
gotta
really
go.
funny clip of Poopa. So
I've gotta go. I've gotta go. By the way, I just want to say this.
shots.
I just remembered one thing from Fulgen. Akri, do you remember when in interchat I posted the picture of Drowsy saying it lives in your walls?
Kind of.
So I put that in interchat. I posted that like a screenshot of me putting that in the chat into intro announcements, and then Fulgen calls me a snake for leaking Steve leaking Snapchat. Like because I put that there.
Another
He called
thing
me
about
a-
Snapchat, real
the
quick.
Snapchat, yeah, the Snapchat and me
Wow.
living your walls to the group chat.
Basket. I mean, Rav here. He posted something. It was very
Hashtag
funny.
gone.
It was Rav with a filter. It was Rav with a filter. It was just with the text over it says when Fuji gets subbed out, and we all just screenshot it.
Wait, was that
It was
not
so
I?
funny.
No,
that was Rav.
No, it's Rav.
Huh.
I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
you didn't think it was me the entire time.
Nah,
So-
I thought it was Rab. America's just dog shit.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Rav.
Every game we took seriously. I made sure my team was, at the very least, trying to win. Like, there are exceptions, i.e. Papega game. But, like, over the course of the season, we did our best to not let tier lists or, like, community thoughts affect how we played and how we thought of ourselves as a team.
That's true for the most part, but there's always that like 1 minute before we go into game where we're like, okay, fuck everyone who put us like lower than first, let's win this. But
Yeah.
aside from that, we tried to keep that in mind and all that. We did like definitely spend a fair share of time roasting people for like not the best opinion, but like we never took it to
I just realized the drowsy new mic. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I'm using my
I-
brother's mic.
I remember a
Oh,
game
the studio
where
mic.
I was reading the tier list before the game, and I was like, yo, this guy put Katagiri above me. I'm about to go pound.
Oh,
Motivation acquired.
dude, I remember preseason and like week 1, no one had any idea who it was, and I was like, man, this makes me
gonna learn
really
today.
sad. They did learn, to be fair. It's like Oates is very good, and has shown as such, being the Rookie of the Year, off tank rule star, MVP runner-up,
Okay.
season 4 runner-up.
Just
got
pull a
it.
super and have a whole.
And
Laundry.
Yeah.
seasonal finalist, of course.
The super of L0.
Anyway,
Nothing to do with
next
main
question.
tank, just award.
Just awards.
So I guess in particular, you guys said how you were a little bit rattled from not having good scrims leading up to the Exodus match. Obviously, you lost that game, and you didn't really take the Papega game seriously because that was a bit scuffed, to say the least. Thank you, Papega. I think it was. I don't even remember what was the problem with that one, but like they forfeited.
They couldn't
again,
get into
it's like-
playoffs after they lost first map and then just didn't
Well, no,
try.
before that-
Oh,
wait,
never mind.
top
Yeah.
place. Top place was the
No,
one.
top place was the ones that
right?
forfeited, or like a little forfeited, and then they just.
I only had to
Yeah,
wake
yeah.
up like
so top
15
police was
minutes
the one
before
that
the
really
game.
like. So actually, that makes my timeline wrong. So it was top police, if I recall correctly, that did the forfeiting thing. The game after was Exodus, which we lost, and then the game after was one map, and then trolling around with everyone in singular voice chat. With
Yeah,
that's it. Was on the map.
That's why I think
Yeah,
we felt shaky going into playoffs because we had the game
That's a
where we
whole month.
lost, and we were all like, like it felt really bad, and then we couldn't play an actual game before playoffs, so we were coming
blame
in like
Papega.
really rusty.
But
So do you think
might have been
you,
my fault. We were on mystery heroes that one
Also-
time.
MI6 had their main tank leaving in the last maps as well, so that wasn't even a full game either against MI6. 'Cause they were playing Roy and Ryan at the end. Like that didn't help either.
Yeah.
So I guess
Go
my
ahead,
main my main question for this is because he had a few weeks of like scuffed / bad games. Do you think really at any point for the remainder of the season was there any time where you felt you were fully back together, like recuperated from that awkward period?
Not without Fooligan.
Now, on a real note, I think we definitely got our energy back together after the Exodus rematch. Like, when we won, I think, like, that week, leading up to the finals, I feel like we were pretty confident. Except for the fact, of course, we didn't have our subs things, like we mentioned earlier. But yeah, because we had the scuff game with MI6 as well, or well, not really scuff one map, really.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
the loss against DC, and then just the rematch against Exodus, where we all kind of popped. I think that was
Winning-
the
winning
moment where we
against
had a little bit fire
Exodus-
again.
Winning against Exodus was kind of when Tenacity became Tenacity again. You know?
Yeah,
It was kind of when we realized that we were back as a team, and when we realized we needed to get our heads in the game if we wanted to win, which we did get our heads in the game, but we didn't win. But like that's a different story. It's
Maybe.
just that after the Exodus rematch, I agree with that's kind of when everyone started like clicking again, and it took a while, but it felt really good. And I know like everyone in the voice chat was like ecstatic at winning that game because it felt really good to win against the team we had originally lost to.
Rip Michael.
Rip Michael. We freed him. We freed him.
R.I.P. Michael.
Oh, I was like, who? Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The gurgler. Yeah.
No
The
longer,
gurgler.
no longer consecutive second place.
Yeah, now it's me. Yeah.
Pain.
Pain.
So I guess
Unfortunate.
because you said you felt like tenacity again going into the grand finals, specifically, what do you think happened in the grand final? Obviously, it was a stupid close game, like one of the closest grand finals we've ever had. Do you think it was anything major, or do you think it was just like double cap playing out of their minds, a little bit of both?
Coach Diff, I wasn't there. Smiley face.
Didn't your PC break or
I'm
something?
kidding. Yeah, I did. It did actually. One, my PC broke, and two, I just kind of wasn't at home at the time because I was out with friends. So, yeah. But
Friends over grand finals? Are you kidding me right now?
my bad. I can't get on Overwatch anyway. My PC was broken. But like,
Valid.
QZ did a really good job helping the team during grand finals, and like, I feel like I maybe could have done more for the team if I was there. But in the end, from my perspective, I feel that DC just collectively made a couple less mistakes over the course of the season, which like led to their victory. I guess you could say. Sneezing at C9s.
Sneezing at. Is there a story behind that? I should know about it.
Not
hate
particularly. We hate C9ing though. We hate C9ing. Over the over the course
So
of
they're
the
not
season, it was
hugs?
always a joke mid scrim. Mid scrim, we would always just like shout C9 for fun.
Yeah.
You got a clip of that in the Ben montage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one scrim where I had to rink for the enemy team, which was fun.
Yeah.
Now I think in the finals, like we just just came short. I think if you like extended the map count, it would just keep going back and forwards. Until people just like die of not being able to keep playing. But you know what I mean, right? If you like, because it was constantly back and forth, one map to here, one map there. It was really close.
Personally, I don't think it's definitive to say whether or not DC or Tenacity over the course of the season and in grand finals, which team was better. I just feel like DC at the time did better, but that doesn't
Yes.
necessarily make us the better team or them the better team.
I
Right.
think
Also, I
that's
don't
fair.
wanna
I think
be
we
that
were
guy.
fairly even.
You played it close enough where you
Um,
can make that claim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy as well, but we were also missing Dizzy, and
Oh,
of course
yeah.
we were trading Epic and Dizzy back and forth with who we're playing. But of course, it's like there are two different play styles, and we can not
Mhm.
blaming Epic here or anything, but you do miss that. But in some
We do miss
situations.
running it down with Dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cue to me telling him not to charge.
Just press shift, yeah.
Man.
This
Stop
is
pressing
Pins actually
shift,
won
man.
games, no cap.
Look, the faster he dies, the faster the fight is over, the faster you get a new fight.
It's just
Real.
a different like it's what we also mentioned, like they were like sideways of each other, like one were better at this hero and the other were better than that hero, but they're both insane, right, in their own right.
Yeah.
But of course you do miss having Dizzy for the entire playoff except for game one, I think.
We probably would have won if we had the Swirlhawk ball in though,
True.
because that was the grand stomper of us.
Swirlhawk
grabbing
Swirlhawk ball is incredibly
ball.
powerful.
If we're getting spawn hell, just throw my ball.
I also
Vividly,
think
I
that,
remember in this one scrim that we had down 3 or 2 players. Swirl was playing ball, right? And Swirl asked us, "Hey, when should I slam?" And everyone on the team said, "Don't slam." And then he said, not a second after, slamming Ash. And
It was a good slam. You got the
I
kill.
was-
it was a good slam. Don't get me wrong, but like, you get the point.
Inspirational gameplay.
Inspirational.
I also think that like having only Epic Shock for like playoffs, like also limits the comps we can play, and makes us like quite predictable because like when we have Epic in, like I don't want to roast him, but his monkey is kind of stinky.
You're expecting
so, like,
a ball
yeah,
or a Visa, yeah.
Yeah, we're basically locked on like Orisa or Ball, and it,
Yeah.
it like
not a bad thing, but
it's not necessarily, but like I also think that DC like their way they play matched up well against like the Orisa Diva comp we were playing at the time.
yeah,
It's
learning
just like-
the comp
because
because
Dizzy
Epic-
left.
is different.
Like
so you could
like
swap
I
that.
mentioned, Epic and Dizzy were side grades of each other, while Epic was a lot better at thinking in the mid game and bombing and like actually processing things before doing stuff. Dizzy was always just better at forcing tempo, and that's kind of just something we missed a lot out of when Dizzy left. So yeah. Dizzy
You
was
missed
very
the,
good at forcing tempo.
Yeah, you missed the two play styles that we could throw at you. basically.
Yeah.
Very smart control or run and hope.
Hey man, I'm saying run and hope works quite a bit because of the core that Tenacity had. Hey Akri, why don't you pull over, man?
I think there's a fire or something down the street, so I had like a
Oh,
fire
what?
truck going by. So
Alright, come on, pull over the
I
house.
can
Go.
Pull
Oh,
over.
man.
pull over
Put in
the house.
reverse.
Come on, Akri.
Anyways,
Come on now, get put it in reverse.
I do have one last question for you guys. I like to end out each press conference with this one because I get a whole bunch of different answers, and it's a nice light way to end out the I guess the season for you guys. So, what would you say your favorite memory is from this season?
Ooh, that's a good
Favorite
one.
memory? Me and QZ in the group chat, being ecstatic at our team actually playing the ball properly against Exodus in our finals game. I remember so well when I and Epic forced a brawl fight with Mines and Transcendence, and I was like, wow, these guys are thinking, and it's making me really happy. But that was the most vividly happy memory from a coaching perspective.
I wanna like it wasn't even like really a Tenacity scrim because it's one of those scuffed scrims because we had like a couple times where we were just missing people, so we just grab other people. Like there were other different guys that have played scrims with us, and they were always like fun as hell. Like every time Michael was in, sometimes we had like Manny, or you have like Swifters came in, Ender came in a couple times, and like even Tenek was there once. Like you had a bunch of different teams just come in and it's like, and we just like fuck around and have fun. And I always love those scrims. Those are probably the highlights of the season. Not game wise. Yeah.
I don't have like, or I forget when it was, but like, but like it gave me like a very strong Tenacity vibe. It was a pre-game. We were all in like a TXTXX lobby warming up together. And Ben was like playing the piano in the background, and like Poofa randomly joined and was like walking home, and like it was just like on FaceTime with us, and it was like a whole like vibe where people from other teams were
Ben was
coming
walking
in,
home from
and we
work.
were all hanging out. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben was walking home from work, and Poofa was walking home from like the beach,
Yeah.
and like was playing like warm ups and everything, and it was just like a big old vibe. And that was like one of those like feel good team moments.
Yeah, we had like the same thing happen in like mid scrim. Pufo would just give us like a camp feed of her like cleaning her room.
Yeah, that would happen as well. Oh, I think
It's a
just
great
in
time.
general though, not a specific memory, but we always managed to have a nice balance of just enjoying the game and our time there, and also like trying as well, and learning and stuff. It was a good balance, so it actually was enjoyable to play, rather than just being there just to be there. You actually like wanted to show up because it was gonna be a fun time.
Anyone else?
I personally have two. One was the first scrim where I was like pretty much shadowing and got like rolls and shit from Ben. I want to go in like one map, see how it is, for a possible trade. And I just like kind of ended up like coaching them because they were making a lot of really fucking dumb mistakes. And, like, it was a team, and I did that and then just like kind of stuck around. And it was either that or me yelling at Ben to go left as I see him go like far down right.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
On the Doomfist.
Yeah, I was just
Holy
DMing
shit.
Ben, go left. It was Mecha Base. I DM him go left. And I just see this dumb motherfucker all the way to the right.
They tell him to go left. He takes this janky ass position.
Yeah.
And just insta feeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, who let Ben on Doom? That was like the one thing we don't let Ben play Doom in this household.
I can't remember who was in. Who was there? But yeah, that video we made, like those were all amazing highlights of the season
Oh, yeah.
as well. Like it's like 10 minutes of just us having fun, or more even. 12 actually.
Boca, Oats, you got anything you want to recollect?
It's not like really a specific thing, but when we would like play our games, sometimes if we were like losing, I would just deafen up and lock sig. Great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
would
feels
just-
like an old moment. Diamond mentality, if I'm gonna be honest.
Talking stage.
Alright, is that everything? I'm assuming so, because there's awkward silence.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Thinking.
I don't know,
Alright.
man. Teams is cool. Team cool.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was
it was fun.
really fucking like fun to watch, but
Oh wait, I remembered something. Well, this one scrim, we couldn't get King's Row to load up, so
Oh,
we just
no.
played like 3 or 4 maps on of a scrim on like France servers on like 200 ping. And
Yeah,
I remember
we got a
Boca
nice
just
clip
absolutely
from that.
popping off. Yeah.
I remember actually not being there and being
Dude,
sad.
my clip.
Wait,
Wait,
God,
dude,
I
Boca
clipped
J,
something.
Gods of Japan servers.
I clipped something and it had a green screen. It was just a green screen with audio on it. I was so angry, bro. I was popping.
I remember mid scrim, in like when we were on the France server. Bocaj got called on by his mom.
Yeah, oh
And-
yeah.
I remember
Shut
him
up.
saying later, "Mom, I'm in a France scrim." And I'm, okay, wow.
Dude, I wanted to be there. I could play on like 20 ping if that was the case. Like, put it on Dutch servers, bro. It's like an hour
No,
away.
we gotta limit your power.
yeah.
Minimum luck of 100, like, what is it, 15 or something?
Yeah, you have to set the minimum at like 300.
Hold on, mom. I'm in a France scrim.
Oh, what a quote. Oh, our quote channel, actually. Oh, our
that-
quote
that's
channel is
horrible.
and that's not going to be released into the public ever.
On a completely
Yeah,
unrelated
Coolidge
but similar
channel.
note, there's a lot of staff quotes that we can't put in the staff channel for reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wonder
we could
why.
understand.
Most of them are from
mean,
me or
probably
Right
for
Coast, to be honest. The bad ones. Anyways, that's all I've really got for you guys. I've kept you here for about 47-ish minutes, so I think that's long enough. I'll let you get on with the rest of your evening. So thank you all for showing up. Thanks to anyone who had questions, or Basket, who just felt like hanging out, apparently. That's all we've got. Like, subscribe, do all the things that appeases Red Coast, because he's going to be going crazy with the YouTube channel soonish, I think. I don't know. That's all we've got.
Comment down below saying a Mogus bomb to be entered into a giveaway.
Yeah, for
Oh,
real.
our
Yeah,
freedom
I'm
quotes.
Yeah, we're giving Acri away. That's the one.
Yeah.
Make it Mogus, boys.
Yeah, we're gonna put them in
Every
a box and
time.
ship them to your house.
Every
Your
time, like,
responsibility now.
Oats would get a bomb, we would just call it Mogus bomb, and it just turned into whenever someone made a play, it would just be called like making it Mogus or Mogus, and that was like our cue to go in, just Mogus. That was our sign of
so
this
funny
is a big play. Let's go.
because that I like brought that into the team because I think it was on my old team. I
Condors,
just said,
yeah.
yeah, I just said humongous bomb, and I think it was Boreal who played was playing on
yeah, it was
Powerhouse today,
Boreal.
and I said like humongous bomb, and he said like Mogus. It kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
just
dude,
like
and I
randomly
remember
be
all the
playing
VOD
comp.
reviews where Wadi would like draw on the maps.
He tried to find the Mogus characters.
Anyways, that's all I've got. Thanks for
Temple had a lot of
watching. See ya.